Runfreds. This is a comparison of all 4 Runfred records. As you can see, Gfred's on the top, derfG's on the bottom, PC is on the left, and PS5 is on the right. Most of these were done over the Christmas period, 2024, except for the PC Gfred, which, as you can see, isn't in the snow and was done January 2024. But I thought it would just be a good chance to have a look at and compare them, because I don't think there was any particular commentary done specifically for any of them at the time. And over the Christmas period, I wasn't planning on doing any Runfreds, but because of the snow, other people were trying it, and I was helping them out, watching their streams and giving advice, and I was thinking, yeah, I could do this a bit quicker myself, probably, if I just got on and tried. So I had a couple of goes, and you know, this is largely the results. Like I say, the PC one's from quite a while ago, but that was a pretty good run, as I recall. I don't think there was much that went wrong in it. But the ones over Christmas in the snow, yeah, I mean, the snow doesn't make any difference, really, to travelling on the vehicles, but yeah, it was interesting just to have the chance to do them in the snow, and so the current records are all in the snow, which is nice. So yeah, let's have a look how we're going in the start. The derfGs are just getting towards the highway. It's been a while since I watched this. I meant to do a bit of a commentary on this at the beginning of January, but then I got ill, so I left it for a bit and then forgot. So I'm trying to remember which ones go well where. It's quite a bit slow to get a vehicle so far, isn't it, on the derfG side? PC derfG's getting a trailer, which can be quite tricky, and on PS5 it's got on the back of the wheel, but yes, as I recall now, yes, the PC one gets quite lucky with this trailer, whereas the PS5 one, it's pretty standard, I think, but yeah, there was a lot of luck. On the Gfreds, just getting on the train about identical times. Again, there's not much variation in it. You can run to the road. I have tried that a few times, but if you don't get a truck straight away, yeah, it's less reliable. The train's always there, and it usually doesn't save very much time, even if you get a quick truck. Looking at the derfGs again, they're both in the tunnel around about the same time. And yeah, we come out of this tunnel, we cross this bridge, and then usually we go off to the left. We usually have to jump off, but I think PC derfG we get a little bit lucky this time. And you can see they're both approaching the corner. So I was just checking the time on the PC one. I used to check the day of the week to see if it made any difference to what the traffic looked like. So yeah, on the derfG, that truck's actually turned up with the trail, which very rarely happens, but was really quite lucky in this case. You can see in comparison, just running on the PS5 derfG. See what difference that makes getting to the observatory. The Gfreds on the train, we're approaching where we need to jump off for the quarry. Again, they're pretty close together. Spotted a journey on the PS5 derfG there, just going back for it. Again, Vehicles on the derfG side, they're not on a main highway here, so they're usually quite slow. As you can see, the PC, we've got a trailer, but we're stuck in traffic. We're not travelling very fast at all. You can't stomp on that particular type of trailer either, the boat trailer. Whereas on the journey, I can give it a kick and see how fast it'll go. It's turning up, so that means I'm going to have to jump off as we get to the bend at the end of here where the vineyard is. Go through the vineyard. But on the PC side, the derfG, we're still riding a trailer that we got right at the start. It's going up here now, which is still heading in the direction we want to, towards the observatory. Jumping off at the vineyard on PS5, and then the two Gfreds both pretty much getting a checkpoint at the same time there at the quarry. So it's going to be quite difficult to do this because there's going to be periods where there's absolutely nothing going, and then periods when there's lots of things happening at the same time. But yes, so running on the PS5 derfG now. I think I was hoping that journey would come this way, but I don't think it does. No. But on the PC derfG, kind of just sticking with this trailer to see whether it turns the way I want it to. And it does. So yeah, we're sticking with that. PS5 we're still running. PC, the derfG, yeah, he's finally gone away from the route that we needed to take. Okay, Gfred, getting to the highway now. Ran along the tracks a bit longer on the PC side. I'm not sure why I did that. I think I thought it was better to get a car further on, or a truck or whatever. Which must have worked out, obviously. But, on the PS5 side, there's something coming. It's one of those Greyhound coaches, which is they're difficult to get on these. Greyhound just dash out, didn't it? But yeah, you jump on the wing mirror, then jump on the roof. Almost fell off. The PC side, the Gfred, getting on a flatbed, which is about the best vehicle you can get on. Usually they're pretty quick. Usually on the way to the airport, I don't give them a kick, just to stop them from suddenly diverting off track, going off side roads. Usually they'll just go as far as I need them to if I don't kick them, so not doing that. derfG's still running, and yeah, actually, even though the PC got that really good ride on that trailer, it doesn't seem to be doing as well as the PS5 one, which is a little bit ahead. It just goes to show, just because you've got something to ride on for a while, if it's going slowly, if it's stuck in traffic, sometimes running is just faster. Just depends on the type of road, type of vehicles you can get, and what can slow you down. You can see a vehicle and think, oh great, I'll get that, but if it's behind you, you have to go back and run to it, so you're going back on yourself, you're losing time. If you wait for it to catch up, you're just still running. So yeah, it can be difficult to work out whether to actually try and get a vehicle or not, or whether to just keep running. But yeah, the Gfreds are doing well here. Just trying to work out which one's ahead. I think the PC one's slightly ahead, isn't it? Yeah. The PC run was a particularly good run, I think. I think it will be quite difficult to beat. So none of them are unbeatable. You know, there's still lots of bits where there was no vehicle or something running had to be done. Still plenty of time to be shaved off some of these. derfG ones now, we're getting close to the observatory. Just looking at the times there. These are not absolutely stunning times for the observatory. I've seen people get much quicker than this. Frozen had one that was definitely quicker than this. But yeah, it's all about bringing it all together at the end. There's lots of bits that need to go right. You can have an excellent start and then a terrible finish. So yeah, these were the ones where it all seemed to come together quite well. PS5, derfG, getting to the observatory first. PS5 Gfred was switching to a truck. Should have lost a little bit of time, but not much. Should still go there. Now the trucks tend to go a little bit faster than buses, but yeah. So on the derfG side, we've now got the run to Chiliad, or at least to the train to get to the base of Chiliad. I think on the PC one I might have actually run to the roads to try and get an extra truck to the train tracks, which I don't normally do. Most runs I normally just run, because by the time you've run the extra distance to get to the road, and the chances of something coming along and it being fast is usually quite slim. If you just run a more direct route, we'll see the comparison here. It's not really that much faster. But yes, currently PS5 is slightly ahead on the run towards the train at the base of Chiliad. Gfreds are getting closer to where they need to jump off at the airport. Again, the PC one is ahead, but he's been on that flatbed for a long time. That's a really good ride to get. They go quickly. If it goes the entire way, then yeah, you can't really beat a flatbed in these. You just need to remember where to jump off the airport. I think on a couple of occasions I've jumped off too early. It's been a while since I've done some of these. I jumped off and left off with a slightly longer run to the airport. I'm not sure if it's in either of these, or it might be both, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that's a bit early, isn't it? Want to be at the bushes further down. But it's not much further to run. Well, yeah, there's a little bit of time to save there. Just remember to get off at the right place. Let's see if we do the same thing on PS5. Getting ready to jump off now. And yeah, I think I've jumped off there a bit early as well, haven't I? Should have been the next set of bushes along. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing. So again, time to save on both of those. Just looking at the derfG. Yeah, I'm just running along the straight dirt path towards the river on PS5, whereas on PC, yeah, you can see I'm running towards the road. Let's see if I can get a car. Let me see how that works out in terms of the difference. PC, we're just getting to the airport now. Need to get up to the car park, so we're taking the shortcut up this ladder. I think this is quite a good time for getting to the airport. See what the airport checkpoint time is when we get there. This is always a bit of like on the PC Gfred. You climb up there and then you've got to make sure you drop down here, not too high, not too low, so you land up there and roll and get up here. PS5, we're just getting to that first ladder in the airport, so we're a bit behind. Yeah, 15:44 at the airport for a PC Gfred, that's pretty good. On PC's derfG, we've got to the road and we're just running towards the railway tracks, hoping for something. On the PS5 derfG, we've got as far as the river. Just need to cross that and run to the tracks. Gfred PS5, we're just getting the airport. 16:20. Quite a bit behind PC one. And yeah, PC derfG, we've got a dune loader. You can ride that. It's one of the few that you don't look like you can ride them, because most of the pickup trucks you can't, but you can ride that, so it's a little bit of a time save. We're not going to be on it long, look, because we're almost at the railway tracks, but we can kick it there because we're past all the turn-offs it's likely to do. So if we jump off here, the train should be coming. As you can see on the other side, we are approaching the tracks, but we're on the other side of the river, so we'll see what the difference is. We're on the train there. On PC, the Gfred, we're just getting up to the road. We need to see if we can get a vehicle as soon as possible. PS5 derfG's about to get on the train. It's a little behind. PC Gfred, I'm clearly seeing something that's on its way, just waiting for it to come round, keeping it in the view of the camera so that it doesn't despawn. Get on it. And on the PS5 Gfred, there's a mule, I think it is. Pretty much straight away, so that'll save a little bit of time. Now we need to see where this truck goes on the PC Gfred. Doesn't look like it's in the right lane. We want it to turn left onto the other highway going up. This PS5, we do look like we're in the right lane. But still, whether or not it turns or not, we don't know. So PC Gfred, I'm kicking it to see whether it's going to turn. So I'm going to have to jump off. And it's a little bit too far. I'm going to be careful not to fall down the gap. Looks like derfG's are pretty close together in the tunnel now. Getting towards the base of Chiliad. PS5 Gfred, I've had to jump off to go around this bend as well, so pretty close. We see a PC there, he's just missed that flatbed. That would have been great to get on. I'm trying to think what comes around. Is that another flatbed? Get on that. That's going to be good. The flags it's going to be in the right lane. derfGs are both starting the Chiliad ascent now. So yeah, PC, Gfred were on a flatbed, which is the second flatbed of the race. It was just a really good run, this one. Like I say, it's going to be difficult to beat. That one's probably the hardest one to beat of the lot. PS5 Gfred are on a mule and we're away. Well, I think. Oh no, it seems to be going in the right direction. I don't know. I have a feeling that something goes wrong on that, but I can't remember what. Unless I'm thinking of the derfGs. I'm sure there was something happened between. Well, basically between airport and either Chiliad or the quarry. No, they're both looking fine, aren't they? Might be another different run I'm thinking of. So, yeah, Gfreds are looking fine. They're just heading towards the base of Chiliad now. With see how far they get, because obviously there's things that can go wrong. Usually it's difficult to get past the junction at the quarry. See how that goes. The derfG, it's just a steady climb up. Sort of up the hot lap route with a little bit of the bail out to the side here. PC is just that little bit ahead. On the path on the PC derfG running up. PS5's not far behind now. And the Gfreds is just a question of riding as far as possible. Going fairly quick, not massively quick. Again, I don't kick the vehicles at this point unless it's clear that they're not going to turn up anywhere. derfGs as they get to the top of Chiliad. Obviously then there's the parachute jump. And you parachute all the way to the airport. And on PS5 there's a new technique, which PC I believe has to use the old technique where you just, and PC you can do wide swings, which is usually get you quite far and keep enough height. But yes, the technique for PS5 parachuting for the derfG is a lot different to what I've done previously. We'll see that in a minute. Gfred's still on our respective trucks. Again, just need to get to the base of Chiliad, because we do have to climb up Chiliad on these as well now. Depends how close these vehicles get. Looks like they're starting to slow in the traffic. Certainly the PS5 Gfred there has come to an unexpected halt. Give it a kick to get it moving. There is another truck to jump on, and should it do anything unexpected, so giving it a kick's not too bad there. On the PC Gfred side, I've seen a truck that's in the right lane, so if I get on this, I don't have to worry about whether or not it goes up to the quarry or not. And again, a similar thing's happened on PS5 side. I've seen a truck that I can get on that should take me to the base of Chiliad. derfG PC, we're just starting the parachute jump now, whereas on derfG on the PS5 we've just got the Chiliad checkpoint. And on PC, I think I did one swoop at the start there and then we just start swinging. Nice big wide swings. And on PS5 we do a really big swoop. And we hold it for about 5-6 seconds. And then I start tapping R1 and L1, alternating between them really quickly, which stops us from losing height. We do start to lose speed quite quickly. So you do that for a while, and then you do another swoop. And we do that all the way to the airport. I think it's in about a 45-second cycle. So big swoop, hold for a bit, and then the taps. Probably 5 seconds of swooping, 10 seconds of holding, and then 30 seconds of tapping. Something like that. It's really difficult to do, it really hurts your fingers. But it is about 40 seconds quicker to get to the airport that way than it is doing it the normal swinging way. PC Gfred, we've just got to the base of Chiliad, so you run up now. This is pretty much just, you know, running and jumping all the way up. There's not a lot to it. See on the Gfred, when you get to the top, it's the big parachute to the observatory and then to the end. And again on PC that's going to be traditional swinging, whereas on PS5 we can use a mix of the derfG technique to get to the observatory, and then we have to do the shallow swings to get to the end. We'll see that when we get to it. Still got to get up Chiliad yet. So yes, this is the where there's not really much to say. PC we're just swinging on the derfG. We should pass by the observatory and into the city. PS5, can we tell whether we've got further yet? I don't know whether I overtake at some point on this one. It's difficult to say because the PC swings are quite quick. If I was doing swings on PS5, you'd have to do shallower ones and they're a bit slower to maintain the height. So yeah, the PS5 new technique is better than the PS5 old technique, but it's not necessarily better than the PC technique, I don't think. We'll see anyway, we'll see what the difference is when we get there. It's, like I say, it's been a while since I've watched these, so I can't actually remember who gets to the airport first on the derfGs. Yeah, on Gfred they're still running up. It's take a while to get up there. Be a few minutes, I think. PC on the derfG side, we're getting close to the observatory. We're probably not as high as we would normally be if we were doing the Gfred parachute line, because we don't need to be high up to swing through that observatory checkpoint. But I think I was a bit worried at this point. It did look a bit lower than I expected it to be. Whereas PS5, I think that's going pretty much as planned. Again, you'd expect this technique to be a little bit lower when you got to the observatory than doing it the traditional swinging method. Gfred still running up that hill. There's Kate Bush when you need her. And yes, derfG. PC's still in the lead. It's over the city, isn't it? So PS5's just coming into the city now. I mean, it's pretty clear probably at this point that the Gfreds are going to be quicker than the derfGs. I mean, I think that's just the way it is. Mainly because of the amount of time spent on a highway. There's a lot more time on the highway in the Gfred. If you get on something fast, it will travel fast, and that will save a lot more time. But yeah, the derfG, it's still, well, you could probably get sub 50 minutes in the derfGs, but I don't think anyone has yet. Whereas the PC record is considerably lower than that. PS5 is getting closer. I don't think there's much different between PS5 and PC Gfred, really. I think I just got a little bit luckier on the PC one. Getting those two flatbeds, I think made the big difference. There's a lot of difference in the parachuting on the Gfreds. derfG, we're getting close to the end. The big problem, of course, with doing it in winter is the snow weather does mean that the cloud obscures where you're going. Obviously, you can see the dot on the map, but yeah, it can be a little bit confusing. Sometimes not quite aiming exactly where you want to be. But yes, it's getting closer to the airport for both of them now. PC's still ahead on the derfG. And Gfred still running up that hill. PC's getting very close to the airport now. There was a concern that this was a bit low. Not quite sure whether, because I wasn't very well practiced on PC parachuting, because I didn't do many PC runs at all, to be fair. This was just a few lucky runs. But yeah, I got a lot lower than I thought I would have been by here. Just get a little bit desperate as we get towards the checkpoint. PS5 is starting to look like he might catch up as well. Certainly getting very close. Gfred, the PC. Chiliad checkpoint's about to get hit. Start his jump towards the observatory. And yeah, PC, the derfG, as you see, it's too low. Panicking a little bit here, think, wait, I can land on here. Almost miss. Managed to get there and get up this ladder. But ideally what I want to do is what you're going to see on the PS5 side, is get there with a bit more height, swing through the checkpoint, and then head back towards the highway where the bridge is. PC derfG, I'm having to run, but now on PS5, still in the air, still going along overtaken the PC one. And we just need to get to the base of that bridge. PS5. Gfred, we've just got the Chiliad checkpoint. He's going to start his parachuting. And again, that new technique towards the observatory for the PC, Gfred. derfG, parachute. Yeah, probably shouldn't have tried that little extra swoop that I tried there, but I'm close enough. I just need to go up and get a vehicle now. Like I say, ahead of the PC, derfG. So yeah, that PC one, if it could be controlled a bit better and have a bit more height and get through, it would be quite a big time save there. Yes, on the derfG, we're just looking for a vehicle now to get towards Chiliad. You know, it's the quarry, isn't it? So seeing something, waiting for it to spawn in on the PS5 side, the derfG. This is a truck with a flatbed on the back. It's not quite the same as a flatbed because you can't kick it. You just have to hope it goes the right way. Whereas on PC we've got an actual flatbed, which we need to go the right way. Gfred's still parachuting towards the observatory for both of them. derfG, I don't think either of them in the lane that I'd like them to be in. So we probably will have to switch. Getting closer to where it needs to be as well, so jumping off on the PC, derfG. Around to see if there's any trucks around. Not seeing them, so carrying on. I think confusing myself with the camera a bit there as well on the PC, but PS5 just running around the bend. They're pretty neck and neck at this point, aren't they? Not a lot in it. PS5's been taken out by Washington. Still alive though. This is quite a bit of running. It's not been very lucky, but you can see there are trucks. We're getting on one on PS5, and that's in the wrong lane. That's not going to go all the way up the highway. So we're going to have that either change lane, or we're going to have to get a different one. I'm seeing something to switch to on the PS5 derfG, so I am running back on myself to get it, but the PC Gfred is just coming into the observatory with quite a bit of height. It's going to be a good jump through. I think on PS5 derfG I was very worried that these trucks that were coming up were faster, and I was thinking about switching. I think I try and do a mid-air switch, which nearly worked. On PC we got through that checkpoint really quite well. So it's just parachuting in the end now, but on PS5 the derfG's, it's gone horribly wrong at this point. I'm not being able to get on a truck and I'm running again. So I probably should have just stayed on. There's clearly a lot of time to be saved here, because that was a bit of a faff, and yeah, things aren't going great. But this is in the right lane, and it's going towards the quarry. It's swerving a bit though, isn't it? PS5 Gfred, just doing the observatory trip point now. That's a bit low, and I think I accidentally squeezed the grip and hit look back, which is the side of the grip button on my controller. So that looked a bit panicky there. Very lucky not to hit anything to make it over, but yes. So I use small swings, I think, from now on. Whereas, yeah, PC Gfred, it's still big swings. derfGs, we're just, yeah, heading back to the quarry now. Neither of these are particularly fast trucks. You know, flatbed will get you there quicker, but they're on the right way, they're in the right lane. There shouldn't be anything to worry about. PC Gfred, we're approaching Zenkudo. Again, I think the big swings on this should really take note of how big the swings are. I did seem to maintain the right amount of height on that one. Whereas on the PC derfG parachute, I think I lost a bit too much. But again, they're different jumps, they go different places. You need different heights at different times of the parachute jumps. You always have to have enough height on the Gfreds to get through the observatory. You don't have to worry about that so much on the derfG. It's just a straight line to the airport. PC derfG, I'm kicking this because it clearly don't matter about it turning off anymore. I think the next turn off would be the quarry anyway, and we do need to go to the quarry checkpoint. Something worth remembering, because I have forgotten to get off at the quarry checkpoint before now doing the derfG Runfreds. Yeah, PC is well ahead in the Gfred now. Almost on the home stretch, you can almost see the final checkpoint on the finishing island. PS5, these swings are a little bit more conservative. Got to keep height. Can't just do the big wide swings, so they are slower. I think that does mean that the PC Gfred will always be, sorry, the PS5 Gfred will always be a little bit slower. PC derfG's got lucky, he's gone over the up ramp and onto the down ramp. Jump off here to go to the quarry. PS5 is still approaching quarry on the derfG. And yeah, PC Gfred is on the home stretch, you can see now. Finishing island ahead. derfG, the PS5, going very slowly up there. I'm not sure whether he has to jump off here or not. See whether it turns right. Yes, it does. We just need to run into the quarry from the shortest point. PC just hitting the quarry checkpoint as the PC Gfred finishes. 44 minutes and 42 seconds. PS5 Gfred approaching the Hail Mary point now. derfG on PC is running back towards the highway. I need to get something good here. I think I had better times to the quarry in the past. But again, getting from the highway to the lighthouse can be quite stressful because you're almost there. You need something as a journey here, which looks good. A bit slow. PS5, we're heading back towards the highway on the derfG and about to finish on the Gfred. PS5 Gfred going in at 46.36. So this was quite slow on the PS5 derfG. I was pretty much willing to, well, almost willing to say the run was dead at this point because the previous record had been something like 52 minutes. Getting to the end in this time would be difficult to say the least. The PC, we've got off the highway now and we're just running towards the finish. We need to get the lighthouse checkpoint and then finish. So it's reverse of the start at this point for PC. We're just running to the water, swimming to the checkpoint, and then swimming to the end. PS5, got a truck, still well behind PC, and really I wasn't thinking it was going to be possible to beat the 52-minute time that we already had as the record. What with having to run all the way from the highway, but then this truck was a bit unexpected for me. It turned off, possibly because I've been kicking it, but I wasn't expecting it to go this way. This actually takes me closer, so I wasn't bothered. But obviously I'm thinking now, well, where do I need to jump off? Because it's going to actually come down closer to the road that I need to run on. But then it depends which way it goes there. PC, we're just hitting the water. PS5, I'm thinking, do I need to get off? Because it's going that way around, but then it turns right and it's heading towards the lighthouse. So I'm like, okay, well, I probably don't have to jump off until I get to this bridge, and then I can jump in the water. So I was getting ready to jump off, and it turned, and I was flabbergasted, frankly, at this point, because I didn't know a truck could go this way, and it's basically taking me exactly where I need to go. I couldn't have called a taxi better. So I jump off here. Wasn't actually prepared to do it this way. I was expecting to have to swim through, so I couldn't really remember the best way to run down to the checkpoint because it wasn't something I'd planned to do. PC, we're just coming to the end, and again, this is a pretty good time. Definitely beating what I'd had previously, even on PS5. 50 minutes, 9 seconds. And then the PS5 one's coming in. Nearly there now. I was hoping to get sub 51. But then with that ending the way it was, I mean, the fact that I'd almost, ended the run, getting a time that beat the previous record of 52 minutes. I was happy with this. So there we go. 51 minutes, 2 seconds. And as it stands, I think those are certainly at the end of 2024, the world records for the Runfreds, Gfred and derfG, console and PC. 2024 world champion.